Smackdown continues to be the worst wrestling show of the week, and this was no exception on this episode. Even this Barcelona, Spain crowd could not save this miserable show. This show was awful. It was a train wreck. It was boring. A waste of 3 hours. Nothing happened on this show. Nothing. I don't get it. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and we constantly are getting bombarded with speed bumps and traffic jams. I don't get it. I do not understand it. Well, we're going to go ahead and get into Smackdown from March the 14th, 2025. Oh, boy. So we kick the show off with LA Knight. He gets a massive reaction. He says this is the first live Smackdown in Spain. He may be the U.S. champion, but he's worldwide. He talks about it being way too long, but he's finally won his United States Championship for a second time. So Jimmy Uso comes out. Jimmy says that he's not here to congratulate him. He's here because he's desperate. Damn. He's tired of speed bumps and hurdles in his way. He knows the only way to get to his road to WrestleMania is to challenge LA Knight for the United States Championship. So Solo Sikoa comes out, and he says the only man who should be getting a title shot is Jacob Fatu. Solo then mocks Jimmy. So this basically just leads into a 6-man tag, first match of the night, who cares? Which is LA Knight, Braun Strowman, and Jimmy Uso. They defeat Solo, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga takes the pin. Who cares about this shit? Moving on. Just a waste of time. Moving on. Jacob Fatu ended up destroying Braun Strowman again post-match, basically. Moving on. So, this leads us into a backstage interview with Jade Cargill, who's with Kathy Kelly. It's in an empty arena. Jade says she's angry about Naomi painting herself as the victim, and the claim that Jade Cargill is using anyone's success for her own gains. She says that she barely remembers the attack, except for seeing Naomi run away from the scene. So she's about to address the situation some more, but then she's interrupted by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, who's just mocking her, which is kind of funny. That was funny. Jade says that this is not the last time that the pair are lucky they have those tag titles. So then Jade ends up challenging Liv Morgan to a match next week. And Liv Morgan tells Jade Cargill to try and not get dropped on any cars between now and then. That was funny. That was really good shit there. Nice little burn by Liv Morgan. Moving on, so we get a promo from B-Fab. She cuts it in some of it in Spanish, and then she promises to cut down Charlotte Flair on her road to WrestleMania. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oof. Charlotte Flair defeats B-Fab. Man, this match lasted forever, basically. It shouldn't have lasted that long. Oh boy. Not good. Not good. So post-match, Charlotte Flair got into a brawl with Tiffany Stratton. Who really cares about this garbage? This is useless. Moving on. So we get a video package from Drew McIntyre. He said he had his big moment ruined, and he's not taking kindly to the issues as he seeks his own road to WrestleMania. Okay, that's fine. So Miz TV is about to start, but Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair they continue to brawl, and then Tiffany Stratton gets on one of the LED boards and jumps off of it and takes out everybody. Who cares about this shit? A waste of time. I do not care about Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I don't. I do not. We're going to see this for another 6 weeks. Mark my words. It's going to happen. Common sense. Oh, boy. Moving on. So, The Miz was trying to do Miz TV. He puts over Travis Scott and John Cena. Cody Rhodes shows up. He beats up The Miz. He hits Crossroads. So Cody gets on the mic and says he doesn't want to talk to anybody except for John Cena. Okay, that's fine. Who cares? Moving on. So we go backstage. So Shinsuke Nakamura is talking to Nick Aldis. He wants his rematch for the U.S. title. Damian Priest shows up. He's looking for Drew McIntyre, who's not there. Nakamura makes a remark to Damian Priest in Japanese. And then Damian Priest responds in Spanish, saying he wants to fight. And then Nick Aldis makes the match for later on in the night. Who cares about this garbage? Just moving on. So we get a vignette for a new luchador. That's great. So we know this is leading to Rey Fenix showing up. Awesome. Tremendous. Good stuff there. Moving on. Damian Priest versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and nobody cared about this match. So Drew McIntyre shows up. And basically him and Drew get into it. So Drew beats up Drew beats up Damian Priest. He hits a Claymore, takes him out and everything. Who cares about this garbage? This is a waste of time. This really is a waste of time. How the mighty have fallen for Drew McIntyre. Oh my God. And then he promises to make Damian Priest's life a living hell. Like, who cares? Moving on. So, DIY, they basically mock the Street Profits. My bad. So the Motor City Machine Guns, they show up. They make fun of DIY. They talk about their recent behavior, basically them turning heel and whatnot. So then Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano, they walk off. Who cares about this garbage? Moving on. So, this leads into Chelsea Green. She's backstage with her entourage, basically with her cabinet, which is funny. So she's got her secret herbalist, which is Piper Niven, and she's got, I guess, her, I forgot what she would call Piper Niven. What she would call Alba Fire. I don't know. So basically, Piper Niven is saying that they got Chelsea Green's back. So Zelina Vega, she shows up. She says she looks to become the new champion. Piper Niven interjects and says she's got to go through them to get to the champ. Zelina Vega accepts, and then saying, then she says after next week, Chelsea Green and the Women's U.S. Championship is all hers. What? Okay, why are we pushing Zelina Vega? For what? That's a waste of time. Zelina Vega really should be in NXT. She should. Like, what are you trying to make her into a star for? She's not. I mean, I like Zelina Vega, but she's not I don't know. At least Chelsea Green's going to have a new challenger, at least. I mean, you know that Zelina Vega is going to beat Piper Niven. Like, you know that. She's going to win via, like, a roll-up. Like, Zelina Vega's probably at best, like, 120 pounds, maybe 130 pounds on a good day. Maybe. I don't know. Moving on. Well, actually, no, speaking of moving on, when is Aleister Black going to show up? When is he going to show up? I don't know. Moving on. Randy Orton defeats Carmelo Hayes. The crowd was super into this because it's Randy Orton. Randy wins via the RKO. So Carmelo Hayes, he hit the first 48, which is basically a code breaker. Randy reversed that real quick into an RKO, 1, 2, 3. Then Randy was about to shake Carmelo Hayes' hand. Carmelo Hayes pushes him away. Orton RKO'd Carmelo for a second time. Then he's about to punt Carmelo. And then Kevin Owens saves Carmelo. And then him and Randy have a brief little brawl, and that was it. Okay, who gives a fuck about this shit? Moving on. So we get a mysterious vignette with Smoke and the number 4. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting there. I don't know what that could be portraying. Maybe a debut of some sorts. Interesting. I don't know. Interesting. Moving on. So Gunther is out next. He's in wrestling gear. He's in his wrestling attire. So Gunther says that he has only one regret, and that is he wishes that they were in Madrid instead. So the crowd boos him. So he then turns his attention to offering another challenge, saying that he's heard there was a kid from from here in Spain. So Axiom shows up, which is great. So Gunther defeats Axiom. Axiom has been killing it in NXT, and he killed it here. This was such a great match here because of Axiom. Gunther is boring as fuck, man. Hate to say it, but Gunther's boring as fuck. I like Gunther at times, but he's boring. So basically, he wins via the powerbomb into not one but two massive layers to put away Axiom. That makes no sense, man. And this match went out like a good 10 to 12 minutes. I'm like, damn, Gunther's struggling to put away Axiom. Gunther is struggling to put away Axiom. He really is. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But this match was solid. Moving on. So then Gunther puts his sleeper hold on Axiom and everything else. And then the officials break it up. Okay, who cares? Moving on. So Paul Heyman is out next. He says, the first order of business is that today is Roman Reigns Day, as WWE 2K25 is officially released, but Paul Heyman asks fans to wait until SmackDown is over so they can keep the ratings high, especially for his segments, which, no, Paul. It's Roman Reigns that keeps the segments high, not you. The second order of business involves his friend, the best in the world, CM Punk. So the crowd pops for CM Punk. Paul Heyman says that it's not CM Punk Day, and it's not sure, nor will ever be Seth Rollins Day. So the crowd sings Seth Rollins' song. Paul Heyman says he hates that song. And then he says that next week in Italy, Roman Reigns is going to be there. Okay. Finally, at least Roman's going to show up. It's not going to mean anything. This sucks that this is going to lead into a triple threat with nothing on the fucking line. How dumb is that, Triple H, you fucking clown? Moving on. So the Street Profits, they're backstage. They were approached by Legado del Fantasma. They want a shot at the titles when the Profits basically win them. And so basically Montez Ford says that he cuts a promo about hearing noise for the past 4 years, but tonight they're gonna shut it all down. Dawkins then chimes in, and then the Prophet said we want the smoke. Okay, that's fine. Moving on. Gunther, he's talking to Jimmy Uso backstage. He's trying to get him to talk some sense into Jey Uso ahead of his World Heavyweight Championship match. So Jimmy then cuts Gunther down, saying that he'll drop rank and the title at WrestleMania. Yeet. And then Gunther says he was mistaken about Jimmy's maturity. And then Gunther walks away. All right, fine. Main event of the evening. The Street Profits, they defeat DIY to become the new WWE World Tag Team Championships. My bad. World Heavyweight. My bad. The Street Profits, they become the new Tag Team Champions. Who cares? Fuck this shit. I'm glad that the Profits won, but DIY had no business being in the main event. And this is just a waste of time. SmackDown needs to go back to 2 hours ASAP. Hopefully they will do that by maybe May or June of this year. So hopefully. But man, this show was rough. Oh boy. What did you guys think of SmackDown? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace. This show sucks.